Hello friends, how is everybody doing today? The last two videos I did were masterboard videos. I showed you different ideas and techniques, how to use them, different design patterns, how to cut them up, all that kind of fun stuff. So today, oh, and I did the, I did the fabric and paper clusters with you guys. I showed you guys how to make these fabric and paper clusters. So that was my last video using our masterboards, right? So that was just another use for them. So today I thought we could, since I'm actually working on them anyway, I thought we could make some, instead of fabric and paper clusters, we could just make plain paper clusters using our masterboards. So this is a masterboard I just did this morning, so it's not the neatest, but it's not going to matter because we're going to tear them up. So I have some pre-planned ideas for these guys, and then I have some here which I have pre-put together so you guys can see them. So there are different ways of using up your masterboards. Okay, so for these guys here, we just created a little cluster scene, right? So for, let me show you this one here, we just created a theme and we incorporated our masterboard in the background, but we just did like a little theme. So this is our little going places traveling theme. And for this one, I just did a basic, mushroom. And again, we incorporated a piece of our masterboard in it. So it's in there and it's a part of our design. So this is another cute little way to create using your masterboards. That's why I always say you're always going to use every bit of your masterboards. All right, so we'll put that aside for now, and then I'll show you these guys. So since I've been working on these already, I figured I would stop and show you guys, a little bit of the process. So, okay, we'll dissect this one here. So this is just a little piece of coffee dyed lined paper, right? And then I just chopped up a piece of, little masterboard here. Oops, sorry guys. So these are just a whole bunch of pieces from a masterboard that I had cut up. So these are all going to become little clusters at one point. So this was a whole masterboard. I just cut up in all different little pieces. So, and then I showed you in the last video how we used up our masterboard and we just made a little tag with it, right? So, okay, so for these guys, let's get started here on this one. So we dissected our little cluster here. Let's give it a little distressing. Okay, so just give it a little distressing here. Not too much because it's already coffee dyed, so we're pretty good. Not too much, just a little dab. Okay. And then we're going to take our handy dandy Aleene's tacky glue. Well, let's distress our little piece of masterboard that we have here. And this is a great on the couch project to do. We love our on the couch projects, right? And you don't need a ton of glue, I'm just going to layer it right on here, right? And then this right here is a washi sticker. Oh God, I don't even know how these are like virtually impossible to get off. I'm gonna do it, guys. I know I am. Then it makes the end of the sticker all weird. Okay. Oh, I am so sorry. This is so annoying. I should have had this done before, but I forgot, completely forgot how much this gives you a hard time. Ugh. We're almost there. Oh my God, why is this giving me such a hard time? All right, try another piece. So anyway, so this is Masterboard video number 3 this week, because that's probably one of our number 1 questions, is all about getting what to do with your Masterboard, how do you use them once you make them. So, oh my God, why is this? We'll have to find another one. Oh, I don't even know what's wrong with that one. Anyway, so that's probably number 1 question that we get, is all the different uses for the Masterboards, how to make tags. Let's see if this one's a little better. Snippet rolls, and oh, I am going to be doing a video this week on how to make paper and fabric snippet rolls. Oh my God, so what is wrong with these? So how to do snippet rolls, Masterboards, and what to do with them once you have them. So we try to answer most of everybody's questions, and try to, because we get a lot of requests for them. Oh, goodness gracious. Sorry, guys. Yeah, we got a lot of requests for how to use the Masterboards and the snippets. And all right, so we finally got our mushroom. I'm so sorry about that, guys. It's so annoying. Well, I do this hundreds of times a day, every day, and I never have a problem until I'm doing a video. So yeah, Masterboards and snippet rolls and how to incorporate them is probably, you know, our number 1 question that we get. So far we've just added, you know, our 3 pieces. I'm going to add my little nature sentiment. There, right? So we'll have our little sentiment so far, right? So we have our Masterboard, we have our coffee dyed paper, and just our little stamp. So now what we can go ahead and do is we can add a little stamping to it, right? We'll jazz it up a little bit, give it a little, you know, jazzing up. So, all right. Just very lightly, we'll give a little, I don't know where my stamping blocks are. I know I had them out here somewhere. So we're just going to give a little, just give it a little them a little accent, right? How cute is that for a journal page, right? Okay, so we can add more stuff. Let's see if we have a little, I received some happy mail, some washi stickers from an Instagram follower. So how cute are these, right? These little flowers. Maybe we can add a little washi flower, right? Let's see if we could find one that's not too big, something a little smaller. That's too big, right? Or maybe we can add some actual washi tape. We can add a little washi tape, just a little something in the corner here. I know I just undid my stamping, but just a little something. It's like a little flower or something. And we could do a little stamping over it. Make it look a little more jazzy. So we really didn't do much, right? We just ripped up some coffee dyed paper. We just added our a little piece of our masterboard, you know, a little visual focal point and a little stamping, and we added a little word. And there you go. And these words I just actually printed out on my own printer. I just picked out a whole bunch of different words, so you don't really have to buy anything. I just used Excel, and I just, you know, typed in a whole bunch of different words, all different themes. And then that was it. And I just added the little brown to it. So you can make these at home. These are not expensive, and you don't have to go and buy anything else or go crazy for those. All right, so we got our little mushroom. So like I said, we are incorporating our masterboards into our clusters. So that this is one technique to do it this way. Okay. If you're sitting on the couch and you have your scraps, these are a great way to add, you know, your, you know, one of your little accent pieces. All right, so this is just another piece of coffee dyed paper. We're just gonna distress it a little bit. We'll give it a little, it's already distressed because it's dyed, but all right, so we'll distress our, this is a little piece of masterboard that I had cut up, and I didn't rip it. I just kind of cut it because it's not really gonna matter. So gave it a little aging, right? So we're going to, so with these here, you're creating little scenes, right? You can add pretty much just about anything. It's just a little visual scene that you're creating. Okay, so now we'll add our little masterboard, a little piece of our masterboard that we had added on. And the masterboards are a little thicker, so you'd add a little more glue. Right, we're gonna put that right in the center. So we'll be able to, here's my fancy glue pressing. Okay, so we have our little sentiment that says going places, right? So this is going to be our little travel theme, right? So we'll put that there, cut out a little camera, right? To put in our little theme. And then we have a little sentiment that says memories. How cute is that, right? We'll just add it along there. So we've created a little scene here. So this will be our little, excuse me, our little cluster here. So they could be anything, you know, whatever theme you want them to be, right? There's no, it's whatever you're working on. We've used all of our plain paper clusters, so that's why I was just making some today. Okay. Well, let's just hang off a little bit, right? Let's just stress our little camera. It's a little too white. Doesn't look very vintage. I'm just going to give it a little aging here. So as you can see, looks much better than it was before. It was all white. All right, so for that we could just, this is just paper, so you don't need a ton of glue. I'm just going to put our little glue on there. Maybe we'll put our little sentiments up here. All right, so this is our little travel theme. We did our little mushroom, our little mushroom theme. We did our little travel. And there you go. We have incorporated our masterboard into our clusters, right? So we didn't make the clusters from masterboards yet. This is just a different technique, you know. And they make really, really great additions to your journals. So there you go, right? I think these two cases look a little white, so let's give them a little, we'll give them a little aging. Cute, right? And that didn't take that long. So if you're sitting on the couch and you have your stuff, right? That's it. We didn't really think too hard about it. We didn't use a lot of stuff, right? We just used our Masterboard, which is paper, and then our coffee dyed paper. Trying to keep the back of the pages something where if you're not using this, if you're not sewing this to a page, or if you're not gluing it directly to a page, if you're leaving this loose in your journal, if you're putting it in into a tuck spot, you could leave the back, you know, something where someone could actually write on. So that's why we always try to use white paper or something, you know, that someone could write on. Okay, so that's those two here. And then for our big Masterboard here, this is one I just did. It's very messy. It's not even at all, right? But who cares, because we're just going to rip them up anyway, right? So, okay, so let's get started here. I pre-picked out some happy birds, just spring's coming, right? Let's do a little happy theme here. All right, so we'll put these guys aside. I found these cute little mushroom images. Let me show you guys. On this website, it's called craftspace.ideas.com. And she has wonderful, so many beautiful images and stuff that you could use. It's called craftspace.ideas.com. I will put it in the link, but I just wanted to share that with you guys now. Okay, so, all right, for our first one, we'll do our little birdie here. Okay, so for this one, I just simply cut out a little bird image. Let's age it a little bit, right? So this idea is just to strictly mass. If you are mass making your clusters, just give it a little aging, right? If you are mass making clusters, you're just going to take your Masterboard. This is an 8.5 by 11, but you can use the 12 by 12. And you're just going to make, you know, your clusters right onto your Masterboard. So that's another idea. Whereas these two, we just made individually, right? And we incorporated it in the background, our Masterboards. But this way, if you are making them or, you know, selling them, or you're planning to sell, this is a much better way to do it, because you're just going to be making a whole bunch at one time, right? Excuse me. So let me just make this one guy here. I'll just glue. And the clusters could be whatever size, you know, you want, whatever size your image is, right? So we're going to give enough room because we want to do some decorating for this one, but you can make a whole bunch more. All right, so for this one here, I need to find my okay, so my little stamp pads, because these are annoying too. Okay, so for this one, I want to do some more stamping also, because it looks a little plain. So I have this little script postcard image. I just wanted to give it a little jazzing up. See how much different that looks just by adding a little script to it, right? So for this one, let's see, I could just rip it right up. And this is a little big. I'm just doing this to show you guys, but you guys can make it on a much smaller scale. So we have our little, not little, but excuse me, we have our cluster now, right? So we're just going to tear it up a little bit here. And there's a lot of spaces that I didn't even glue yet because I just made this. So let's see here. And this looks quite rough because I think the glue is probably still wet. But anyway, you guys get the idea here. So this is our messy cluster. Let's give it some aging to show these edges some. See how it's coming along, right? So these pages look a little too white, even though they are vintage papers. Give it a little distressing, right? So this cluster is quite big, but I wanted to show you on a bigger scale so you guys can actually see, you know, the different options that you have. So they could be small, like these guys, you know. So I wanted to show you little birdie here. So we gave it a little stamping, right? So I would like to stamp around here too. Give it some aging here, right? So maybe now I could add my little flower to it, right? Oh boy, washi tape. This is going to give me another hard time, right? I don't know why this was Happy Mail from somebody from I think her name is Teresa. But thank you, Teresa, very much for Happy Mail, because we absolutely love Happy Mail. Okay, so I just wanted to give, you can add whatever you want. So what you can actually see how it looks as it's going along. See, we've just added a little, and it actually almost looks like it's been there the whole time, right? So I wanted to add, uh-oh, where'd it go, my little birdie? So I wanted to add another little birdie to it. And you can go crazy, actually, pretty much with all this stuff. You can wind up adding like crazy. I had a little birdie sticker here. So, yeah, you can go crazy with these guys. All right, so I just wanted to, maybe I'll add some little butterflies here. So how awesome is that, right? We really, actually, literally didn't do like anything. We just cut up our masterboard, we put our image on, and we just stamped around, right? So that's pretty much it. And we added a little washi here. And for the life of me, I can't find my little birdie that I wanted to add on here. Oh, why is that when you're looking for something? So, yeah, you can actually add a ton of stuff to these. And washi, little washis are awesome. Maybe I could add some here. I have a little, I have this little washi tape birds here. Let's see. Okay. And you have to remember where to where to stop. So I had this little one here. I want to add it right here. Maybe I'll just add it in the corner up here. And there's no aging needed for that. So we just added, right? We did a little stamping. We added a little flower and a little birdie here. And we just distressed the paper. And that's a pretty big cluster. But if you're putting it like on a page here, right, you can sew or glue around the corners or around the 3 corners here and make this. You could use it as a tuck spot to put stuff in, right? You could put a whole bunch of stuff in here actually because it's quite large, right? Or you can use it as a, oh, here's my little birdie. You could use it as a, you know, glue it here, and you could use it as a free form, like, you know, card to stick into you know, a pocket or something. So that's it. So we really didn't do much, and we've created this beautiful cluster. Yes, it's a large cluster, but like I said, I just wanted you guys to be able to see, because sometimes when you're making these little tiny clusters, they're not as easy to see with, you know, the imaging and stuff. So so far we did one. For this one, we used our Masterboard, and it is actually the background for, you know, our image. And with these guys, we just incorporated it into our little scenes. So we have 2 different ways to use our Masterboards again, right? So that's it. How awesome and how much fun is that? And you really, like I said, you didn't really use that much stuff. Having the Masterboards made up ahead of time is the way to go. And I'm actually embarrassed to say that this is the only Masterboard that we have in our shop at this point. So obviously we have to get busy. So how awesome is that? If you are thinking about, you know, journaling, doing the Masterboards ahead of time is key, because this saves you so much time. Because now when you want to do if you want to make clusters, or if you're making stuff for your journal, you're working on stuff, you want to make envelopes or tags or whatever, you'll have your Masterboard ready and you could just cut it up as needed, right? So I cut up a Masterboard, and we have all these pieces now to use for future clusters or envelopes or whatever. So again, making them ahead of time, sit on the couch, grab your scrap papers or your fabrics, and your 8.5 by 11 or your 12 by 12, and your little images that you have, whatever, and just start putting them together. Hope this gives you a you know, some inspiration and ideas to go forward on your journaling, your Masterboards, whatever. So I apologize for the washi tape incident. So I don't even know what that is. Thank you guys so much for everything. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your requests and your ideas, things that you guys want us to make. So I think for our next video, someone had asked about snippet rolls. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to be making these. These are fabric and paper snippet rolls. I just kind of put this together. Half of them aren't even glued, but I just basted them while I was sitting on the couch. I just took a whole bunch of fabrics and papers and put them together. So I wanted you guys to see. So this would be something so much fun to use, because you can use your Masterboards in these too. And these are wonderful scrap busters, right? And you are scrap busting paper and fabric at the same time, right? So how awesome is that? And oh, I wanted to show you guys something. In my last video for my Masterboard, I showed you guys, I told you guys about a new fabric designer, Jan Shore, and she sent me lots of happy mail. And she sent me some of, these are her new designs that she has. They're called French Cottage. I'll show you here. Here it's called French Cottage by Jan Shore. And I just want to show you, this is her newest designs. Look how awesome. She sent me a ton of this stuff. I had mentioned her in my last video, asking her for happy mail, and she did. She sent me happy mail. Look how gorgeous these are. Look, these are just, I mean, if there's any type of fabric that has my name on it, this is it. So I just wanted to quick show you some of her new designs. I'll list her information in the link below so you guys can see. These are just, I mean, I couldn't even believe it. These are just stunning. They're just gorgeous. and I showed you her English Autumn collection, right? So I just wanted to show you real quick. So these are French Cottage designs by Jan Shore. Her website is Jim, J-I-M, Jim Shore and more.com. And I wanted to show you guys these that she had sent me. So this is her English Autumn collection. So just to show you. So she has beautiful, absolutely beautiful, beautiful designs. And I was so excited when we got the Happy Mail. So I can't even wait to use this. I'm dying to use them. So anyway, thank you again, everybody, for your support. And we really appreciate it. So again, our next video, stay tuned, because we are going to be doing, like I said, the fabric and paper snippets. Those are so much fun because, like I said, you can use, excuse me, piles of paper and like those little tiny scrap fabrics, right? All together. And then I'll show you how to use them. So thank you again, and I'll be talking to you real soon because we have lots and lots of stuff to make. So thank you again. Take care.